everyone, it's Lori Zamaro here and welcome to Bingo. Today we are going to learn how to create basic bingo boards and integrate them into Google Classroom. We're also going to explore ways to increase rigor of bingo. And what I mean by that is that often bingo boards are pretty simple one-to-one correspondence. You say a word and you look for it on your bingo board. Why that's really helpful in reinforcing and practicing. We also want to look at how we can increase the rigor and have some student processing in that. So we're going to explore some ways to do that. And at the end, we're going to reflect on how bingo can be used in your classroom. I hope that you walk away today feeling confident in using this tool and also with some plans to how to, in the near future, implement it. So the first thing to creating bingo is to create the slide to host the bingo link. To do that, we're going to go to Google Classroom. I'm going to take you to my personal Google Classroom, which is Fittipaldi Homeschool, my kiddos. We're going to go to Classwork. And I'm just going to show you real quick what that can look like. This was a game I made for my kids. Had to do with fun things we did over the summer. So if this were your students, they would go to the web page, or I'm sorry, the Google slide. They would click here, and a bingo board would open up. One nice thing is that every time, I'm going to close this board, every time you click that link, a unique board shows up. So it's not that every student's going to have the same board because it's the same link. That is helpful to know. So let's close this out. Okay. Let's go back. We've created our link, let's say, and I can walk you through that process a little bit more as we go through this. But let's create our bingo board. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to go to flippity.net and we're going to look for bingo. Flippity.net hosts lots of games that integrate really well into Google. Today we are just focusing on bingo, but I highly recommend bookmarking this page and exploring more. So here's bingo. Okay, when you go to do this yourself, please read the instructions. Okay, the demo just shows you what it looks like when you're done. I'm going to say it now because I always forget. When you hit play, always hit free space. Okay, let's hope I remember it when we actually go through this. But for now, we're going to start at template because ultimately this is where you're always going to start for each bingo board. You're going to make a copy and a Google Sheets will open up. Just waiting. Okay. Couple of important things. One is that these cells with a blue background, never ever ever touch them. If you change anything, nothing works. It's done. Okay. The other thing is we have terms and we have alternate terms. And to be completely transparent, I have no idea what alternate terms are. I think it explains them in the instructions that I glossed over, but I know that you don't need them to create a board, so I'm just getting rid of them. Terms are what we want. Okay, now we said there's a couple different ways to approach bingo, and the simplest way is a one-to-one correspondence. So what does that mean, right? We all know, I think, sight word bingo, right? Where you put some words, they show up, you say the word, and the kid says, bingo, I got it. Easy enough, okay? But we can also use this to introduce, reinforce vocabulary, which is so important for both our English language learners and our Spanish language learners. And to do that, it's often helpful to use pictures. So let's say we are prepping for a book, a text, or a PYP unit. And I'm trying to teach students the word lizard. Okay, so yeah, I can write it. They'll recognize the spelling, but if they don't know what it is, it doesn't help. Let's use a picture. To do that, I'm just going to Google there we go, lizard. Look at my images. I'm going to find one that I like right here. I'm going to click on it. Okay, this is important. Click on it and copy the image address. I'm going to say that one more time. It is not copy the image. It is copy the image address. when you go back to your Google Sheet here and you add it in, check to make sure that it came up as an image, meaning a JPEG, a GIF, or one of those other endings. If it ends in .com or .net, anything else, the image won't show up. Okay, so you can add some images. Let's just say, pretend that I filled this up. You need at least 25. The next really important thing, go to File, hit Publish to the Web. Okay, if you don't do this, again, it won't work. Now here's a link. This is not the link that you want to use. Okay, all you want to do is publish to the web and close that out. What you want to do is go down here at the bottom where it says get the link here and get your link. Now, remember that we started this process by creating a slide to host a link. You could put this link right here. That would be fine. Okay. But I like to simplify things as much as I can. I want to eliminate as many potential points of failure as possible. So I'm actually going to take it a little bit further and add a more advanced link, okay? Which is not advanced as in difficult, just advanced as in further down the process. So the link that I copied, I am going to put in my browser and go to. Okay, here are the terms that I put in the picture. I'm going to go to play. I'm going to, remember I said hit free space. Okay. Now, here I have a link or QR code. You can present either one. Okay. I'm going to go to the link. Okay, this is my bingo board. I'm not sure why I did not get a free space, but we'll keep moving. I'm going to copy this link. I realize you're not my screen. You're going to copy this link right here. Okay, this is the one that I'm going to go back to my my slide. Okay, this is my demo bingo slide. So that's my opening. Here's my one-to-one bingo correspondence. I have click here, right, because it's simple. I'm going to add my link. Apply. Okay, I'm going to cross my fingers and see if it gives me a bingo board. Success. Okay, so we have just created a simple one-to-one correspondence bingo board. Let's close that out though, because we're done with that. Now, let's go back to Flippity. Let's create another one. This one, let's make it for math. Let's wait for that to open up. I like Math Bingo because it lends itself well to incorporating simple processing. Okay, so let's say I put some numbers, okay, and I put some math problems. Oops. Oops. Just do a couple. Okay. Now remember, I go to File, Publish to the Web, Publish. Do you want to publish? Don't use this link. We go down here, grab this link, copy it. Okay, let's go check it out, see what it brings us. And my numbers. I go to play, I hit my free space, and I go to my bingo board. Again, I don't know why free space is not working. But in this case, what I would do is I might call out, let's say, the number 3. Now, I have the number 3. I also have 9 divided by 3. Okay. I could call out the number 9. Students could answer with the 9 or the problem that equals 9. Okay. So that's what I say. It's a simple process. It's a little bit more complex than just the one-to-one. Let's close that out though. And let's talk about increasing the rigor even more. So let's go back to where do I want to make to Flippity? Let's not. Let's go to my classroom. I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so what I did here is I created a sheet. Now when I created this sheet is able to be edited by students. Okay, so let's say that we did a PYP unit and we're wrapping it up and I want to assess students' understanding. Our PYP unit had to do with how man-made structures affect nature. I put my students here, okay, and then my students go in and they have to put a word or an image that represents or is strongly related to this topic. Now this also works with a novel or a book or any other text, right? We could read something and you're asking students to acknowledge themes or important events. And the significant part of this activity is not as much the word or the image, right? But it's the reason why. So it would be very easy to, on your Google Classroom, to add a rubric to this activity. I will actually show you that a little bit later, because I don't want to lose track too much. But in any case, so this is something that you can grade, okay, and it assesses student understanding. The reason that I have the description of the image is because right here I have no idea what those pictures are, but when I'm calling out bingo, it's nice to have just a list of words that I would call out. Oh yeah, this was book study. I said you could do something like that. This was the book Maniac Magee. I chose the word belong, and then I put, again, use your sentence starters for your language learners or special education students. I chose this word because the protagonist struggles throughout the novel to find a group or a community in which he belongs. Andre here chose an image of shoes. I chose this image because the author consistently refers to Maniac Magee's old shoes as a symbol of his poverty as well as of his freedom. So what you're hoping for there is, again, the ability to explain. So this is just a Google sheet. This is not a bingo sheet. However, copy and paste makes that pretty easy. So what I'm going to do here under my word or image, I just have two. We'll copy that. Go to Flippity. We'll do a template. Make a copy. We're not going to touch anything with a blue background. But all I do now is I copy that column that my students created. I go to File. I publish to the web. So now I get my link. I visit my link. Now here, let's see, what would I do? Okay, there's only two. I play. And so now we have bingo, which is fun. The students created it, so they're more, engaged, right? They see their word or image. They have some skin in the game, so to speak. And it also gave me a chance to assess their ability to choose words, concepts, images that were relevant and to explain why. Okay, so there's even a little bit of a writing component there. What I would do then is I would, again, go back to my bingo board, and where it says click here, I would put that link. So what do my students see? Let's just pretend, let's go back for a minute and pretend that I'm a student. Okay, hope that's saved. Here's my Pan Am classwork. Okay, I see that I have a demo bingo game to play. See, I'm on slide 3, student created bingo. I click, I go, and now during one of our Zoom sessions, one of our online Zoom sessions, we get to play a little bingo with a game that the students created. Okay, so I see that I don't have much time left. I just want to bring one more thing. Key points. Flippity.net is the website to go to. Don't forget to publish to the web. Have fun and be creative with this.